Hey, Ethel Jo here. Here is my ARC review for El Diablo by M. Robinson. I was really excited when this book was kind of getting the hype over it because I really liked Martinez in Crave Me and Austin and Briggs' story. I highly recommend the Good Old Boys series. M. Robinson tends to write a story. She writes it from the beginning, so like maybe they're in high school or they're in college and they grow as an adult. It kind of like most of the books, some of these books today, you get them right when like they're when they meet the person. This one like takes them back to like how they became who they are, and as they grew. Sometimes they didn't grow, sometimes they kind of fumbled through life, and that's what I really like about M. Robinson, is because she kind of lets her characters grow emotionally, mentally, and physically, and it's pretty amazing. And so El Diablo came out, and I always kind of like Martinez in Crave Me. I always just thought, I kind of like felt like, yes, he was the bad guy, but he wasn't the bad guy. There was something more to him, and I felt like his story was just not done. And when this, I heard all this hype, I'm like, I cannot wait. And it was one of those books that he is a rough, tough mobster, drug dealer, you name it, he's involved in it. But he does have this side that he doesn't know if he wants to be part of it. And his sister was his whole life. And then she died, and he goes and raises his niece Briggs, and he doesn't know if that's what he wants in his life. He's just so afraid of letting somebody be loved by him, because anybody that he loves dies or leaves him, and so he struggles with allowing acceptance. Lexi comes along and throws a complete monkey wrench in his lifestyle. He's not ready for this. He's not ready for someone to challenge his authority, and she challenges it at the age of 15, and he is 20 years older than her, and she's already kind of pushing the envelope with him. She's like, I don't care who you are. You got a problem with me? Talk to me. Don't talk behind my back. And that's her. She confronts him wholeheartedly. It's like, dude, you got an issue with me, you talk to me. And I think that's what's kind of amazing, is how she wrote Lexi. I'm 20 years younger than my husband, so I kind of understand this. We met, when I was 20 and he had just turned 40. And so I understand like the dynamic of this relationship. It's more to it. Best friends, friendship, that turned into a romance. And I think that's what's important, is some people don't understand, is when everyone thinks it's age, and there was never age in this book. Nothing. I do like her banter towards him, calling him an old man. It's pretty funny. And Lexi's a beautiful ballerina, and he is intrigued by her. He watches her grow from, being in the Juilliard, and then, she leaves and goes to England to dance, and she just has this magnetic pull of beauty inside and out. And he doesn't know if he needs that. He just doesn't know if he wants that or needs that in his life, but he does need it. His subconscious is telling him, you need it, but his other part is saying, I have to push her away because this is my life. I can't bring her into my life. I can't bring her into this. And so it's this tug of war with his emotions, mentally and emotionally, and he struggles with this over years. Over years they struggle with this, and it's how the story evolves and keeps going. We get to see the Good Old Boys kind of interact through this, and you see where they fit into this, and then there's another story at the end of it. I'm not going to give that away, and I'm kind of excited for the next story. I like that Alejandro is in this story, and he's in this story to change. Yes, he's the devil, he's El Diablo, but he can change, and he does change. And Lexi is that woman that's gonna change him, and it's a slow burn. It's a slow progression. There's so much meat to this that it can just it gets better and better each chapter, and as they grow they get better. It's like the fine wine, as they age they get better, and this is that book. Again, I loved it, and I can't wait for more from this author. She has amazing talent. Get the links, buy this now, pre-order it, comes out on August 30th, and I highly recommend it. It's a good book. The whole series is a good book, so I recommend reading the whole series. It's, you know, they're big, meaty, hearty books, and not meaty like they're huge. They just have so much depth to them and character, and it's just, again, I always say this, beautifully written, and it's beautifully written. It's a story that it grows with you and you remember it. I know I'll remember it. I lost a lot of sleep over this because I wanted to read it, and I had to finish it, and I'm glad I finished it, and I can't wait for the next. Thanks again, and follow.